Hello, welcome back to Podcast vs. Player. This week is episode 68. I'm Carl, and as always, I'm joined by a man who caught Bellsprout the other day. Have you been playing Pokemon again, I asked. No, I slept with Easy Suze down the pub, he replied. It's only bloody Dan.
Hello.
How is the Bellsprout?
It's getting there.
Ah, that's what I like to hear.
I've had some topical cream, that's fine.
Make sure it doesn't turn into like an eggplant or something.
No, it's turned into a bit of a penis flytrap, though.
Oh, you could have gone for Venusaur.
I could have done, but that's...
Anyway, Pokemon sex puns aside, do you want some news?
Yeah, I'll have some bloody news, go on.
Bit of a themed week this week for news.
Okay.
Starting with, a whole new version of Minecraft has been announced for Windows 10. Mojang has announced a whole new version of Minecraft. It's not the HoloLens experience, rather a new edition of the game built specifically for Microsoft's upcoming operating system, Windows 10. The new version of the new version of Minecraft will, quote, develop and evolve over time, just as the original version of the open-ended sandbox game did. Mojang said in a statement the developer will launch a beta of the game on the 29th, I think it is. I haven't got a specific date, but I'm sure I read it was the 29th of July.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen it on that, but I think it said something along the lines of you'll be made aware after the 29th. So
yeah,
I suppose it just depends on where you are, if it's regionalised, and then when you get the email through. But we've both registered for it.
Yeah, I'm just waiting. I actually thought it was June for some reason. I got really angry that I still hadn't had my update.
Yes, no, we're in July already.
It's July, I know. Good news though, if you already have Minecraft, you get the Windows 10 version for free.
Hooray!
We spoil you, we really do. Said, it's Mojang, isn't it? I keep saying Mojang.
It's Mojang.
Mojang.
It's Japanese, it's not.
Mojang.
It's Japanese. It's not at all. But Mojang,
can
yeah,
be.
That's right.
I believe this will still offer creative survival, multiplayer, etc. But the Windows 10 version of Minecraft will support local multiplayer with the Pocket Edition.
Oh, right.
And you can use swap between like tablet version, desktop version, Xbox One version.
Interesting. So you could literally have people here on your phone and they can join into your Minecraft game on your PC, laptop.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm not 100% sure, but with Fallout 4, you'll be able to use mods on the Xbox One version of Fallout 4.
Okay.
Do you think that will be the same for this?
What, for the Xbox One?
For the Xbox One version of Minecraft 10. Windows 10.
I'd imagine it would only be approved mods rather than just, the entire smorgasbord of mods that are available on the PC.
Yeah.
I don't think it would just be every single one, because there's so many complicated and convoluted mods.
I think graphics mods will be out the window.
I don't know. If anything, I thought those would be the ones that would work. It would just still be the same Minecraft, the same worlds. It's just that it would look prettier.
Oh no, I meant for Fallout.
Oh right, okay.
Like upgraded textures and stuff.
Yeah. No. How could you?
I don't think that's going to work Xbox One. But for this, it's basically just a colour palette.
Yeah.
So I imagine the graphic, like texture mods, at least, will be available if they do mods, and they might not even do X mods on this, because then I suppose they'd have to try and incorporate that into the Pocket Edition as well.
Yeah.
Because if you were in somebody else's world, what would be the point if it looked different?
Well, yeah, you'd have to have access to everything they've got, otherwise it would be like on Gary's mod or Half-Life or something when you've not got the proper textures loaded.
Yeah.
But the big error, you just wouldn't be able to see what they're doing.
Yeah.
If you've got a dinosaur park and then someone on their phone jumps in, they're not going to be able to deal with all that.
No.
The phone would explode.
Use what? Depends what phone it is, I suppose. If they have like a brand new spanking Windows 10 phone.
No, not at all.
Even that, it's not going to do it.
Jesus Christ, most PCs can't deal with all the bullshit that these mods throw at them.
Well, to be fair, it says tablet, but let's be honest, it's going to be Windows Surface only. Because it's basically a laptop.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's like stupidly overpowered for a tablet. It's quite cool, but it's really expensive. Yeah. But that's what it's going to be. It's going to be laptops and desktops, Surface tablets and Xbox One, and then the Pocket Edition just thrown in there. That may be just for fucking Windows Phone.
Maybe,
it doesn't say anything.
That's pretty restrictive.
Yeah, that means you've got all the Xbox One players, all the Windows like computer players, and then like the 10 people that have got Windows mobiles, which is Bill Gates, Steve Ballmer,
all the
Phil Spencer.
Directors, yeah.
Anyway, that's it for Minecraft. No, wait, no, it's not. Walking Dead and Tales from Borderlands developer Telltale Games has released the first trailer for Minecraft Story Mode. Just what everybody needs.
Well, probably because
another Minecraft game
doesn't have its own story.
Doesn't need a story.
Well, that is kind of the point. It's you basically build, research, build recipes and stuff, and then go to the Ender portal and then kill the Ender Dragon. And once you've done that, that's pretty much the game over. That's the only objective you've really got.
Yeah.
And then obviously people have just gone, well, now I'll just make my own and it's fine. And then all of a sudden mod packs and everything just comes flying out of it. But does it need a story? No.
Not really. The video was debuted at Minecon, which took place in London on July 4th and July 5th. And it showed a group of intrepid adventurers, one of which is voiced by comedian Patton Oswalt, which you may know if you watched King of Queens. Played Spencer.
No.
But if you didn't watch that, you'll probably know him as Penguin from Badman. I take it you didn't watch Badman?
I don't know what Badman is.
It's basically Batman but bad.
Oh,
he's like a complete idiot. It's really funny. It's on YouTube. It's definitely funny.
Right.
He's really famous, to be honest. Players control protagonist Jesse throughout the season, as portrayed by actor Patton Oswalt. Jesse and his group of friends revere the legendary Order of the Stone, 4 adventurers who slayed an Ender Dragon. Ooh.
Interesting.
Along with Oswalt, Minecraft Story Mode's voice cast also includes Brian Posehn from Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer, Ashley Johnson from The Last of Us, Scott Porter from Batman Arkham Knight, Martha Plimpton from The Goonies, Dave Fennoy from Walking Dead, Corey Feldman from The Goonies, Billy West from Futurama, and Paul Rubens from Nightmare Before Christmas.
But do you actually get to build stuff?
Addressing the visual style of Telltale's series, Mojang has said story mode won't look exactly like Minecraft, but will feel authentic in its own special way. So no.
So it is just a point and click kind of thing rather than...
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be totally honest, I'm more excited in April, Telltale announced they had a partnership with Marvel Comics. But that project's not set to premiere till 2017.
Right.
I'm more excited about that than story mode.
Yeah, I think just keep on making Minecraft updates. Don't worry about stories for it. People make their own stories. People put hours and hours into making their own stories and stuff on it. So don't give them one. Just let everyone else make their own. That's the point of it. That's why people like it.
Yeah. Why my nephew loves Minecraft. But he just builds like houses and dungeons and stuff.
Yeah.
But he loves it. And then he'll have another kid, maybe the same age, maybe a bit older, and who will just spend hours researching how to make certain stuff.
Yeah.
And for his age, my nephew's he's quite up to date with Minecraft. He knows like all most of the recipes and stuff. He probably knows more recipes than I do, to be fair.
I think most people do.
Yeah, I think my nan does. But but then that's the point of it. Just do what you want. My favourite aspect of Minecraft is building.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, though, that's pretty much, it's mining and building. That's all you do, really.
Yeah.
So you can't deviate from that, and you don't need to, otherwise...
Oh, well, it's a different game, then.
Yeah, go and just buy a game with a good story.
Yeah. If you want a story, buy, like, Last of Us or something. Not Minecraft. Saying that, I shall still probably play this, because I really like the Telltale games.
Well, they do make good games, that's undisputable. But the fact is, I don't think this is one that should have really had their focus.
If they already had a partnership with Marvel, they should have been working on that.
Yeah, I'd probably agree with you, to be honest.
It doesn't seem very... money-wise, yeah.
Well,
people are going to buy it.
Absolutely, yeah.
At the same time, slap the Avengers on the cover. You made money anyway.
Yeah.
So...
But, Marvel have already got Lego Avengers coming out.
That's true.
So they'll still be making money off that as well. So Avengers, they're kind of milking to the point of no return.
Yeah, because Minecraft's not making any money.
Not anymore.
Well, they recently just crossed 20 million sales on PC.
It's outrageous.
That's just PC.
Yeah.
That's not including Pocket Edition.
But
PS3,
the thing is,
360,
it's
Xbox One, PS4.
how many people are playing it on consoles and on the phone that have also got it for the PC?
I imagine quite a few people.
Exactly, yeah. So I doubt it's going to be many people who've just got it on one or the other. If you're really into it, then you'll have a different version of it.
I still think they missed the ship not putting it on Wii U. Console wise, that they controlled the best.
I don't know. I mean, I still don't understand why they put it on console. To be honest, it's a mouse and keyboard game.
Well, to be fair, you can plug in a mouse and keyboard into. I'm not sure about the Xbox 360, but you definitely can on the PS3.
Yeah, there's still not as much available for it though, so I just don't get why you bother.
Plus, you have to pay for everything.
Absolutely.
It's money at the end of the day. People will buy it. People have bought it.
Yes, silly buggers.
If I was Mojang and Microsoft, I'd have it on calculators and everything.
Yeah. Minecraft the board game.
I'm 99% sure it's happened or it is happening. They've already done Minecraft Lego.
Yes.
Which is the most pointless thing ever, because it is essentially virtual Lego anyway.
Well, it's just merchandise at the end of the day.
It's true. But the same thing can be said about Lego Dimensions. It's just Minecraft.
Yeah.
I can't keep up with these crazy kids.
Well, that's the thing, they're very finicky. They'll buy something, they'll play it, they'll buy all the lunchboxes and posters, and then 6 months later they would have forgotten all about it.
About what?
Whatever the trend may be.
My nephew's got all the Disney Infinity and Skylanders and stuff. He just plays Minecraft. That's kids.
Yep.
Anyway,
predictable.
That's basically it for the news, Dan.
Okay.
Minecraft extravaganza. What I thought we could talk about is, seeing as it came out last week, we've both had quite a bit of time to play it. You've actually finished it. Talking obviously Batman Arkham Knight.
Yes.
Let's touch off first with if people were planning on getting it and they saw the awful reviews for the PC version, don't just ignore them. It works fine. If people read the Steam page, you just have to update your drivers.
Yeah.
And
which,
if
you've
fixed.
got a pretty high end card anyway, which, to be fair, if you're going to get this, you'd have to have one anyway. Otherwise, you're just suffering, poor graphic quality. You might as well get it on a console. It does. If you've got a decent driver, there will be software installed that will be automatically searching for software updates. Mine didn't, but it was only because there was an issue with it. But I bought the game, installed it, and no, it wasn't playable at all. It was about 6 FPS. It crashed, and then after it did that, I was just like, what the fuck is going on? So I went straight back onto the Steam store page, and it just said, where day one launch issues, blah blah blah. Update your driver. Here's the links. So I clicked on it, downloaded it, worked perfectly.
Yeah.
And that was about 30 seconds. But the thing is that the only reason that happened is because my software hadn't automatically updated. If it had done, I wouldn't have even noticed.
Yeah.
But then when I go on and I see that Arkham Knight's got a 30% review, like a community review thing, 30% positivity, I'm just like, it's been out for about an hour.
Yeah.
How can you already know that this is something that's not worth playing?
When it's got like a 90 something on like Metacritic for like PS4 and Xbox One, and it's the same game.
Of course it is, but the thing is though, there's nothing wrong with the game. The game is brilliant. The game is super good, but the fact is that people, they just don't listen to us, Callum. Every time we say there's going to be a new AAA game coming out, blah blah blah, it won't work on day one. It won't. That's just what you're going to have to get used to.
Well,
it's not brilliant, but
it was like a 4 gig day one patch. This was before it was out, and because I actually had to delete some stuff off my PS4 to get ready for I did it like the day before I got it, and I deleted enough for the game, and then I deleted enough for the update.
Yeah.
So after stuff like Assassin's Creed Unity, Battlefield 4, Destiny, Titanfall, after all these big AAA games, I don't get why people don't just go, actually, this will probably be fixed in. Maybe might take a day, might take a week, but it'll be fixed.
Yeah.
Either get it and be patient, or be patient and wait and get it.
There's no point. I mean, we're not defending them. The fact is, if you release something that's not as it should be, what people are paying for when it's available, no, it's not great. But the fact is that it's obviously something that's not going to go away, which means that it's something you do need to understand. And it's not perfect. But the fact is that I would rather download the game, preload it, and then when it's released and it's available to actually play, I install a quick patch or an update on the software, and then boop, it works.
Yeah.
Now, for something like Battlefield, where it didn't work for months on the PC, now that is the developer's problem. That's the studio's problem. You say, well, this isn't just a quick fix that you can just go, shit, we didn't realise this was going on in this, and then we'll sort it out as soon as we can. That took months to fix, and that isn't acceptable. But the fact is, they didn't just say, here's all the updates and blah blah blah. So with Steam, they actually took it down off Steam on its release day because it obviously wasn't working for people. And they did offer refunds and said, if you're not happy with the fact that it doesn't work, here's a refund. But I still don't understand how people can still buy something that's brand new for the PC, and they're so shocked when it doesn't work straight away. Yeah. I can only assume it's casual gamers who just aren't used to this.
Yeah, it's pretty rare for a game to come out and multi-format where it works perfectly on PC but not so good on consoles. It's very rarely the case.
Yeah, of course.
People have to take into account that Rocksteady, I mean, to be fair, Rocksteady didn't do the port for the they took over and did it after it all went tits up, but it was actually one of us, Montreal, that did, the same people who did Origins that did the PC version.
Yeah.
The port of it. But people need to understand that there's one PlayStation 4. They're all the same.
Yeah.
There's one Xbox One. They're all the same. So once it's working on one, it's going to work on everyone's, essentially. PC, there's so many different types of PCs.
Yeah.
Got different
the
graphics cards,
are just
CPUs and everything.
Outrageous.
So I'd like to think a PC-only game should work marginally better than a multi-format game on release. Barely, but it should. But it's something that can be fixed as time goes on. Luckily, Rocksteady took over and they fixed it like immediately.
Yeah. I
think it took maybe a day at the most, but it was working for most people like you and quite a few other people near us straight away.
Yeah.
Anyway, the game itself is fucking awesome.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is though, it's kind of like GTA Online. It's the thing that people will kind of remember the most. It's the most annoying thing about it, and it's I tried to go on, and 10 million people are also trying to go on as well, and it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but if you've got any common sense, you'll know to expect it. And people can say, well, if I go and buy a car and it doesn't work, I can take it back and they can give me money back. I'd expect it to work on the second I get it.
You can't get it there, though.
Yeah. But the fact is that maybe I'm becoming too forgiving of sort of the industry, where it's acceptable to release something that's not quite finished on launch. But, it's not always down to the people who actually release it. There are people above them that are pushing launch dates, and they need to get everything ready. And for a game this big and this complicated, I would been so surprised if it had actually worked the second I got it.
It got delayed 2, maybe 3 times.
Yeah.
Imagine if... Luckily, Rocksteady is its own company. But imagine if they had a higher up that was just like, no, it's going out December, like we originally planned, and like it's not ready. Just put it out. Don't care. Imagine how fucked up the PC version would be then.
But yeah, that's the thing, because it's kind of the last one of this we're probably going to see for a long time. I'd like to think that they've sort of taken it upon themselves to say, no, we want to get it right. We want people to, this is going to be the sort of the bookmark on the Arkham series.
Yeah.
And it's going to be brilliant. It's going to be the best one. And in many ways, I think that it is.
I'll be totally honest. It hasn't got the same... It's got a lot of wow factor, but I remember playing Arkham Asylum, and I was just like, I'm Batman. This is
but
like...
whenever have you been able to play the game and say that?
What do you mean?
Well, when you first get Arkham Asylum, and you're just like, oh my god, this is brilliant, because the tools are brilliant, the combat system is brilliant, it looks great, you've got all those bad guys to piss about with, you've got the Riddler, it's all brand new.
Yeah.
And then City comes along, and you're just like, oh my god, it's the same, but it's in an open world now, it's not just restricted to one asylum, compound. And then Origin comes along, and it's basically City 0.5. Same weapons, exactly the same city. It's just that it's
covered in
not
snow.
It's not a prison anymore. It's just before all of that took place. But now, Arkham Knight comes along, and it is something new. It's not just the same bad guys. The Batmobile is obviously a huge factor of it.
And it's in Gotham.
And it is in Gotham. Yeah, it is the actual full city, and there is a lot more going on than just, here's some thugs beating up a guy. It's there's people just sort of wandering around. There are people to interrogate. There are people who are, rioting and stuff, and you can just come in and break all this stuff up.
Police cars and that.
Yeah, and there's drones on the, so you can't even get from one area to another without usually someone getting in your way. So I think that this is the newest. It's got the newest atmosphere to it, because Origins was just a rehash of City. But City was something brand new to Asylum, and Asylum was brand new to everything. Yeah. So, on its own, I don't think you can compare it to... Well, when I played City, I thought that was the better one because of blah, blah, blah. I like City because...
I still preferred Asylum to City.
No, I preferred City to Asylum, but I think that was mainly for the fact that A, it was open world, and B, you could switch between Batman and Catwoman.
I really liked it.
Like, you could just free roam as Catwoman, and just... there was a whole bunch of other stuff to do.
I don't like the Batmobile as much as I wanted to.
I absolutely adore the Batmobile.
I enjoy it. It's more so the Riddler puzzles, where it's, I am your greatest nemesis, Batman. I am the smartest person. You'll never defeat me. Blah blah blah. Here's a race. Okay.
Yeah, but the thing is, all of the Riddler things are optional.
Yeah, that's...
You don't have to do them.
That is just a personal gripe with... I would have still preferred the Riddler to be more in line with how they used to be. I preferred the Riddler puzzles from last time. But the only reason I have been doing them is because to get the bomb off Catwoman. That's the only reason I've been doing them.
Yeah.
So still, I've only got like 3 left, so I'm going to search through and get them. I just think they could have been handled better, but again, that's something that maybe a handful of people won't even bother with, so they'll never see it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I agree in the fact that I don't think that, you know, the whole point of the Riddler thing, it was just sort of, you'd have to sit there and go, what on earth is going on here? You'd have to really give it a good think as to what his actual puzzle is and how you're going to figure it out. And just throwing a racetrack, maybe for one of them, and then, you know, all this shit is popping up and down, and you've got to, you know, the timing is right and all that sort of stuff. You've got to do that. That's fine for one, but yeah, don't repeat it. I agree with that. But the fact is, if you don't like it in the first place, then you still there's no pressure to go back and carry on doing it. No. So you can just still focus on the story. You can focus on the firefighters, on Azrael, on, you know, everything else that's going on there. If you don't like those elements of it, but I think that the Batmobile, the sort of the tank mode thing, is just so cool.
Yeah.
And like, you know, when you start upgrading it, and we're obviously not going to try and give away any story spoilers or any sort of tech spoilers or anything like that, but obviously, as with Batman, there are upgrades for the Batmobile, you know, weapons and actual armour and all that sort of stuff, and you know, it does give you an advantage in fights with large numbers of sort of enemy drones, but you can just sort of whip it into battle mode and just shoot the shit out of people with rubber bullets. And I know that we mentioned in, I think it was like the Arkham, I want to say it was like the Arkham Knight trailer that we sort of covered slightly. Yeah,
it was breakdown.
Yeah, it was just like, you know, so there's a gun and there's a machine gun, and it's just like, well, what good is that for Batman? And obviously it's only going to be used on the drones, and it automatically switches back to rubber bullets for people.
Yeah.
But there's like an immobiliser and things for, you know, sort of just idiots driving about too fast, so you can just run into them and knock them over. I would have liked to have seen more sort of grappling up buildings and things with the Batmobile. I don't know why that was such a big thing for me, but I really wanted to see more of that.
They put it in at least.
It was in there. It was at least in there. That's all. I'm happy for that at least.
I didn't expect it.
But I would have liked, you know, an upgrade to the winch, and, you know, you could sort of fire it at certain points and, you know, drive up the side of steep buildings or just something like that anyway. But
it'd been good if you could have fired it at, like, say, if you were chasing a car.
What, sort of Just Cause style, and sort of grab them to the floor or something?
Yeah, that would have been.
Yeah, that would have been good actually. So yeah, I think there was the Batmobile was quite good as a sort of a Swiss Army knife. So you could just keep on adding things to it and make it more than just a weapon. It was, you know, sort of versatile detective mobile. But from what they've done from it, I mean, obviously I've pretty much maxed it out now, so I know that there's not going to be anything more to it. But you know, it's just how cool it looks. You know, you could just fly off the top of a building and then land directly into the car, and then you just sort of switch it quickly into battle mode just to flip you around, and then you just press go and thrust, and you just go and you just go flying off. And then there's the reaction to the Batmobile as you're driving about, and people are just like, shit, what the fuck's that?
Batman's got a tank.
Yeah. So, like, they said that they tried to make the city feel more alive, and I think they've certainly done that. There's just a billion bad guys just sort of milling about and breaking into shops and rioting and stuff. And you could basically never step foot on the floor if you wanted to. You could just glide about, you can run about on buildings, drive around. You never have to really interact with the people. It's just something to do.
Yeah, it's just something that's there.
Just run in and just beat up people. It's fine.
It's hard to say because I don't want to get us into a discussion where you spoil something, because I haven't finished it yet. I'm only like 59%, maybe 61. But without spoiling stuff, there's a lot more detective aspects, which is really good.
Yeah, I think that it's something. And again, I'm pretty sure this is something we've covered before, but Batman is supposed to be the world's greatest detective. You know, he's supposed to be Sherlock Holmes, who can also go around and kick the shit out of people.
Yeah.
I'm sure that Sherlock Holmes can, but not to this extent. But either way, you know, he's supposed to be able to do all kinds of different crime solving, and I like the fact that it's not just, oh, here's Two-Face, shit, go and beat him up. Oh, he's got a bunch of guys with, oh, you better beat them up as well. It's just like, well, no, here's a murder. And it kind of goes back to what Origins did, and it was just sort of like reconstructing crime scenes and sort of playing it back. And obviously it's all hooked up to the back computer, this super advanced, almost AI level computer system. And it can rewind crime scenes just by looking at the evidence there and sort of piecing it together. And all of that as actual detective work, I love doing that.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say more than sort of just beating the shit out of 50 guys, because if you can do it and never even take a punch, you're just like, oof.
Yeah, you feel good. Yeah. I did it yesterday. I took out it was about 25 fucking guys, including like one of the big massive ones and a medic who keeps fucking reviving people, and the ones who electrocute one of the other ones.
No, the medics do that.
Oh, was it? The medic then?
Yeah, the medics electrocute people and revive people, but they can only revive a certain amount of times.
Well, I took all of them out, and then the next part I had about 10 people and 3 fucking ninja people.
Yeah.
And I didn't get hit once then either. I was like, fuck yeah!
Actually, speaking of medics, obviously a new unit type that's been introduced. Ninjas, the brutes, the guys with the shields, the general grunts with machine guns and pipes and things. We've seen all those before. Medics are a new one. And they are an interesting element, because they will just sort of pick people back up off the battlefield, which means that you need to take them out pretty much straight away.
Yeah.
But one of my new favourite features for combat is for one, the environmental quick kills that you can do. Not kills, but you know what I mean.
Takedowns.
Yeah. And as well as that, all the sort of environment, steam pipes and computer equipment and generators and all these different things that you can use your gadgets to interact with. So you can, sort of throw a batarang somewhere and distract someone to go over, and then you can blow it up.
Yeah.
And everyone else starts freaking out and just going, Jesus, what's going on? Or you can use them as distractions. And it really gives you a chance to sort of sit on, on high above, a whole group of guys that are all got machine guns. And you know that you can't just necessarily jump in and fear take them out, because, maybe you haven't done a stealth kill recently.
Yeah.
So you need to sort of go, well, there's a generator over here, so I can blow that up and take someone out with that. This guy's got a drone. This guy's got blah, blah, blah. And you can think, I've got all these gadgets and I can use all of them and pick them off one at a time. And they're all freaking out and they don't know what's going on. And you can just sort of drop out of, in and out of crates. And the slow-mo system, when you get spotted, you can just grapple out or batarang them, whichever you think is going to be the most appropriate. So I love that, but the whole sort of jumping up on, cutting a light off and smashing it onto someone's head, or throwing them into electrical fuse box things and electrocuting them. All those sort of environmental takedowns, love them, especially the Batmobile takedowns.
Yeah, the Batmobile assists.
Yeah, we just sort of boom up into the air and it just goes bang. And when I'd see that, I'd just be like, I'm done.
Yeah.
He's working with a car, for fuck's sake, forget it.
It's really cool. I do like the new multi takedowns. Once you've got the new suit,
yeah,
it's a nice feature, and it looks fucking awesome.
Yeah,
I like that they've picked up on the Mr. Freeze battle from Arkham City, where you couldn't use the same takedown in a row. If they find you, or they see you doing something, they'll say he's up on there, and that takedown won't work.
Yeah, or they're like, right, he's on the gargoyles, mine them.
Yeah,
and then they start dropping mines, or he's in the grates, and they'll just keep looking at the floor. So you're right. They do adapt pretty quickly. If it's just sort of general street thugs, then you can just pretty much do what you want to them. But it's the higher end, sort of the militia guys. The guys who've been trained by the night to actually take you out, so they know what your sort of strategies and things are. So I do like the fact that it makes you think. You can't just drop into a big group of them and expect to just beat them all up, because that necessarily won't work. They've got all kinds of tech of their own.
There's a lot more variety when it comes to who you're fighting this time around, and like I say, you've got to think a lot more, and I think it's for the best. I do. It gives you a lot more options, Plus, it's seemingly unlikely you'll have the same encounter twice, even though you're fighting the same type of people. It's usually different situations. So you when you think it through, you'll go, actually, well, I did that last time and it didn't quite work. So
yeah.
If I do it, I'll try it this way.
Well, there's certain, like the militia compound things, like there's certain ones of those I've just backed away from, because I've just thought there's too much stuff in there. Like, I need to upgrade some of my attacks or gadgets or whatever.
Yeah.
Because with what I've got at the moment, I can't take them all out at the same time. It's just not going to work. But that's good, because it means that you can't just go in and wipe everybody out immediately. You've got to sort of think, shit, I'm not going to be able to do this one. I'll come back to that later on when I've got some more upgrades.
And I'm more ready for it.
Yeah, but you pick up your own playstyle from it as well. When you sort of, the quick gadgets are there as well. I'm not sure how I feel about them changing pretty much the entire layout of the controller.
No, I had to change once the tutorial was done. I had to change the Batmobile controls, because using L2 for battle mode just felt dirty and wrong.
I initially felt that, mainly for the fact that whenever I was trying to reverse, I'd just go into battle mode.
Yeah.
But because of how quick battle mode changes, sometimes it's easy just to go into battle mode and just turn, and you just turn around quicker than you actually reverse. So you can use that for really tight corners and things. And if you're overshooting a turn, you just turn straight into battle mode, and you've got way more control over the car, and then you can immediately flick back to R2 and press Y or triangle or whatever, and just boost on after them.
See, because I've set it to so it's toggle, so like you tap R1 and you'll like go into battle mode, but you don't have to hold it down.
Oh, no, I like the holding. I like it. It makes me feel like because then as soon as you release it, you're back into it, and then you can just drive straight on again.
I find it much easier this way.
Oh, well, there you go. That's still a good thing, though, if you can alter
Yeah, it's nice that you can actually fucking change it.
Yeah, alter all your controls to how you want to do it, how you think you'd...
But everything else, like combat-wise, I don't like the new layout, and especially if you get any grates and stuff.
Well, the great thing, I've kind of already forgotten about that, really. But the only one that really still gets me, and I'm almost 30 hours in now. The one that still gets me is the radial wheel, like the gadget wheel.
Yeah.
Like it's always just been directional pad, and I could always just double tap and I'd have the back claw. I'd double tap down and I'd have whatever, and that's what I'm used to. So holding right on the D-pad and then selecting it on a radial wheel, I'm just not used to it. It's mainly for the fact that I want to change gadgets while I'm in the middle of something.
Yeah.
So I'll change to a multi-batarang, and so when you do that, it just takes you away from whatever you're doing and puts you into another menu. So I don't really like that. I'd much prefer if they kept the sort of the old-fashioned D-pad one. But you still need that to access the map, access the missions. Like the mission selector is really good because you pick up things as you're sort of flying about, or you pick up intel from people, or people will be saying, oh yeah, well, I saw a firefighter getting the shit kicked out of him in blah 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 blah, and then that updates your intel, and then you know that in that area where that guy was talking about, and then you can go, right, okay, they go into your mission select, and then you just flick over and it actually tells you where they are, rather than you just sort of gliding around in circles trying to figure out where everybody is. So there's that, and then whatever else you use the directional pad for other than the detective mode, but
tasks and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, and I don't know. I still think that it's weird. Just because I don't know if the changes that they've made are for the better. I don't know if they feel more natural. Like the explosive gel has always been like left trigger and X or square.
Yeah.
X or square.
X or square.
And that would just blow it up straight away, which is why I could use it in combos and stuff. But now it's left click, and you've got to be looking at it. It's sort of like, well, I don't know if that's a good thing, because the left click is just one button rather than holding down two, so technically it'd be more efficient. But you still got to look at it. Then you've got to click, and then he clicks it. So some of the control changes I think are fine. Some of them I'm not sure about.
But
like the actual layout of it, yeah.
If this had been the first one, and then they changed it to how it was, I think we'd be a lot more unhappy.
Maybe so, yeah. But I guess that's the thing. You've made 3 games, you've kept your controls the same, and then the 4th one comes out and you change everything on it.
Yeah.
So it's just a case of, well, that's how it is. So if you want to go and reassign everything, you're more than welcome to.
You can't do that, though, can you?
Well, you did.
Don't do the Batmobile.
Yeah, but there's no inversion on the Batarang, which really annoys me because I have
I think
the
there
Batarang
is.
controls.
I think there is.
No, because I searched because it winds me up. So I'm sure that there is on the
flight controls. It's called flight controls.
Well, to be honest, I was doing it from the in-game options, so it may be from a menu option kind of thing.
Might be.
But yeah, so the reverse flying on the Batarangs, I can't deal with that. But it hasn't stopped me as of yet. I mean, there's no crippling, oh god, I can't figure this combo out because it's just button bashing is all it is.
Yeah.
But I like the fact there's like a forensics tool that's on the Batmobile, to sort of scan out tire treads and stuff. So all the sort of the additions they've made to that, I'd like to see some more Batwing in it. I'd like to think you could sort of double team with the Batwing and call in airstrikes and stuff. But unfortunately not.
Not yet. Not yet. Maybe next time. There'll be another one.
Next time. There will be. There has to be.
We won't go into the story because...
No, there will be spoilers. And obviously I don't want to spoil it for you and I don't want to spoil it for anyone.
I want you to spoil it for me.
Of course.
I do have 3 packs of DLC to play once I have finished.
Yep.
The main story. And I believe the season pass nets you 6 months worth of content. The first being, as well as the Red Hood DLC and the Harlequin DLC, and the PS4 exclusive Scarecrow Nightmare mission back thing.
Yep.
The first bit of DLC for the season pass is Batgirl.
Yes, it is.
Pre Arkham Knight.
Yeah, which would be super cool. Because I do like a bit of Batgirl.
Everyone likes a bit of Batgirl.
Oh, she's just a badass. But yeah, there's. Have you been to the clock tower yet?
Yeah, I've been to the clock tower.
Did you find her outfit?
No.
Ah, it's in there. Sneaky surprise.
Ooh.
But when I uncovered that, I was just like, oh, that looks so cool. And then when I saw that the DLC was going to be, that was the Batsuit, or the Batgirl suit, I was just like, oh, I need to get this. So as soon as the season pass is out for a more reasonable price, because the only thing I've got at the moment is the new 52 skins for Batman, Robin and Nightwing. As soon as it's a more reasonable price for a bit of DLC, then I will certainly get it, because I definitely want to play as Harley, I definitely want to play as Batgirl.
Did you not even get Harley?
No, that was a pre-order only.
Ah.
Well, if you got the season pass, then. Yeah. But there's still plenty for me to do in there. I reckon I've got 10 hours worth of fanning about, Riddler puzzles and all that sort of stuff.
I got the rest of the story, the Riddler puzzles, Azrael fight. There's like I said, there's a lot to do, and then I've got 3 lots of DLC.
Yeah, you've got your time cut out for you, I think.
So to be fair, by the time I finished everything, the season pass will probably be about 50p.
When you finished it, maybe. Yeah. But I finished the story. I've got Penguin, Dent. I've got Catwoman. I've done Azrael. I've got 2 firefighters left. Man-Bat, taking care of that.
I've got 1 more left on Man-Bat.
Yeah, well, you're just going to need to keep your eye out for him.
Yeah.
Pretty much I've taken out all the command posts, I've taken out all the drones milling about, flying and road ones. There's a couple of bombs I need to take care of.
They're super annoying.
Yeah, pretty much. But it's mainly a case of when you just come across them, it's not really...
I'll just drive past them now.
Yeah.
I'm going to wait till I'm a bit more upgraded.
Yeah. But then that's it. Then there's just Riddler trophies, and I think that's pretty much everything. Then, and then I'll just go back in and do it on New Game Plus. So I've got everything, and I'm just going to kick shit out of everybody. Do you know if the season pass gets you the Batman Beyond suit? If it's a part of the skins, then yes, definitely. Because they did the same thing for City, where they had a whole bunch of suits. It was like Dark Knight Returns, there's Batman Beyond. So yeah, I wouldn't have thought at all there'd be an issue with.
It was a Steam pre-order exclusive.
Well, I think everything. It's a timed thing. So anything that's exclusive for the Xbox when you get it on the Xbox One, you'll still be able to get that on the PC and the PS4 after a certain amount of time.
Yeah, but
I bet you anything it's after. Yeah, I bet after 6 months that's when it'll be. So you're still going to go and buy it. Like the season pass won't cover it. I bet you anything that's how it'll be.
If it's on the season, I'll probably buy it just for the Batman Beyond suit because it looks really awesome. It looks
terrifying.
I think it looks amazing. It looks like a proper dark, like if the Arkham Knight and Batman Beyond had a baby. It looks fucking awesome.
Yeah, it does look cool.
But anyway, out of 10. What are you going to give Arkham Knight, Dan?
Surely for the amount of work that's gone into it, how much fun I'm having with it, how interesting the story is, how super well everything's voice acted. I'm going to say 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10?
Absolutely love it.
I am for the moment, because I haven't finished it yet. I'm going to give it an 8. And I shall up or lower my score depending on how much I enjoy at the end. But I'm pretty certain it's going to be a high score.
Yeah. Well, the only thing that's letting it down is obviously there's just a few sort of control issues, but there's something you adapt to, and if you can't, then that's really your problem.
Well, yeah, learn to play a game.
Absolutely. The Batmobile is a bit too heavily used in the riddle of things. I'd much prefer it if it was just Batman figuring it out rather than just a car. And there's no online. I just want like online challenge maps, so I can be Batman and then someone else can be Nightwing or Robin or Catwoman or Batgirl or Harley and Joker or something like that. I don't want the whole game for online. I don't think it's ready yet. No. But challenge maps, I think that is just within reach. I think you could definitely do that.
Even local.
Even local, yeah. Online or local challenge maps. Just two people PvE. Even if it's just Horde mode. There's no Batmobiles involved. I mean, if you wanted to put the Batmobile and the Robin cycle in there, I will suck your dick for years. But the fact is, I just don't think it's there. It's too complicated.
Rocksteady is on the phone now.
Not on mine, they're not cheeky. But a local co-op at least for sort of just challenge match or Predator matches or something like that. Not necessarily one-on-one, although that would be cool. Because I just don't think it would work. But double teaming and then just
I tell you what
piling
would be
through
good.
50 enemies.
Predator map. One person's Batman, and the other person is like the guards. And Batman, you control all the guards basically, but you control one, and you can, I don't know, press LB, and you'll swap to another guard, and then the computer takes over the other one. But every time Batman takes one out, obviously that's one less. But you've got to take out Batman before he takes you out.
Right.
I think that'd be dead good.
I think it'd be quite complicated.
Not really, because you essentially there was a game ages ago on the original Xbox, and it was like Battlefield type game, like it's like an army first-person shooter. But whenever you wanted, you press like Y or something, and you'd swap to another. So you were running, and you could see
Tom Clancy's End Game.
I don't think it was.
Because that was like a voice control.
No, it wasn't like that. Was 360, I think, as well.
No, yeah, it might actually.
But it was basically like, say you were running, like you were just a gunner on foot, and you could see like the tower being attacked, and there was snipers out there. If you press Y and you select sniper, it just go like go up in the sky and then like shoot down to the sniper, and then you control the sniper then.
Oh, that's cool.
And if that was on the original Xbox, just swapping between guards in one room, because this was like an entire battlefield like map, not as big obviously, but it'd be pretty simple really.
It might work.
Well, we're never going to know. It's not going to happen. So
well, yeah.
What's coming up, Dan? On the old Channel L.
We've done a couple of Greenlight Fortune games. So keep an eye open for those because they'll be coming very soon.
We should also thank Killer Teapot Games.
Yes, and the guys at Flub Fighters for sending over a copy of the game. So thank you very much to both of you. Hopefully we'll get those videos up as soon as we can.
Yes.
I will also be doing some more Elite Dangerous, mainly for the fact that I've been talking with some people at Pixel Bandits, another sort of YouTubing couple, man and woman rather than man and man. But
they're not as in love as we are.
No one is. But they're going mad for Elite Dangerous at the moment, so they've got me in a spacey mood. So, plus I've got an absolute shit ton of money now, so I want to do some good stuff with that. So I'll be doing some more Elite Dangerous. We're going to be doing some more APB, possibly with Rick as well.
Yes.
Getting Rick in on the action.
We've converted a genuine human to play APB with us.
He loves it.
He did well. He did better than I did.
He fucking absolutely, yeah, he did super well.
I really wish he'd been playing like the night before, when we was really fucking good.
No one will believe us.
Yeah, we never seem to film it when we play a game decent.
Yeah.
I nearly finished my MK video. It's just me dicking about online, and I shall be doing another Cal Does a Reel with a collection of different random games. Shameless plug, I have a new website for artwork and shit. So the link for that will be in the description of this podcast. So if you like looking at pictures, it's there. And hopefully there'll be a store soon so you can buy some stuff.
Absolutely.
You know, I've got a mortgage. Other than that, I believe that is all, Dan.
Well, I've been playing a game called Dirty Bomb with Rick, which is made by the same people who made Brink, one of our favourite games. But it's a free to play at the moment, and it's actually pretty interesting. So we may do some of that, so I'll have to get you to download that. But then also Left 4 Dead 2, which we've had for a while now.
Bollocks!
Yes.
How have we forgotten about this?
Well, I hadn't, but you know.
Oh, yeah, fuck everything else. We're going to do some Left 4 Dead.
Also, when the next Steam sale is on, Cal will be picking up Sniper Elite 3, and we will be doing some Sniper Elite 3 as well.
Yeah, I've been told.
Yes.
Right. The last three things if you could change any character into Batman, what games would they be?
Right, do you want to say that again and actually make sense?
In English, yeah. Right, if you could pick 3 games and replace the protagonist with Batman, what games would you pick?
Bioshock Infinite.
Yeah.
Booker DeWitt. I think Booker is great, but I think Batman would, all those Cloud Cities and everything, I think he'd be right at home there, flying about. Tetris. The Tetraminos.
Is there a main protagonist in Tetris?
Yep, just all the little blocks. They're all Batmans in various shapes. And he's just fitting into himself. I think that'd be brilliant. I love that.
I'd buy that.
And then maybe Conquer, I think. I'd swap out Conquer from
Batman's Bad Fur Day.
And have Batman, and it's just him, just getting really annoyed with all these ladybugs and sunflowers and things that are talking to him, and it's just all innuendos and puns, and he just doesn't understand what's going on. Just throwing batarangs at things.
I'm Batman.
Yeah, exactly that. There's no anti-poo spray that he's got hidden on his utility belt somewhere.
Oh man, if anyone could make a quick video of all the games Dan's just mentioned and just replace Batman with all of them, that'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
On that note though, we're going to go.
Yes,
so thanks for listening. Keep your eye on the channel, which is www.youtube.com/podcast versus player. You can go over to the website, which is, Dan?
It's www.podcastvsplayer.co.uk or .com.
Or you can tweet us at podcastvplayer.
Yes.
If you do though, don't get in a conversation with Dan, because my phone just goes off for fucking hours.
I like to talk to people that are interested.
Text them. Anyway, bye.